I'm going to start with one figure to begin with. The amount of money lost as a result of fraud and deception is $5.17 trillion every year. And you know what? Insurance claims is a big chunk of it. But I want to pick on one point that Adrian Furness from Kavea, the CEO of Kavea, mentioned, and we pay a compliment. It's about the balance. Customer journey is important, claims is important, fraud is important. If you can find that right balance, this is where your big win is. Now I want to put that number in perspective again. It equates to 70% to how much it costs to run the entire welfare system globally. So there's much to do about this. Now, I'm going to start with a couple of promises. One, no slides, no numbers, and it's going to be just 3 short videos and me filling up the gaps in between. Promise number 1. 2, it's going to be 10 minutes, and then you can eat that bar. And the benefit from my perspective is, statistically, the last presentation, regardless if how much alcohol you had, always sticks in your mind. So there's a benefit there. So, Digilog are the leading provider of fraud detection technology, all utilizing something called voice risk analysis. And I'm sure you either came across it, heard about it, or actually use it. There are a few of you here that use it for many, many years, one of them being Kavea, long-standing user of Digilog. And it's not just about the benefit we bring, but it's about being able to be forward-thinking and embracing technology. It's hard to make the change. So assuming the technology gives you what you want, you need to be that type of person and say, well, listen, we're going to try a change. We're going to try something else. I'm going to tell you exactly how the technology works, but I can't really demonstrate it. I would love to put one of you here and ask them a few questions and see what the technology says. But there's a very good reason why it can't work that way. And it's all about the intention to deceive. The technology needs intention to deceive to detect those little changes in the voice and then highlight it in real time. If we'll do that exercise, we're not going to have that sort of consequences to your lives. Therefore, that intention won't be there and the changes will not happen. So, as I promised, first video, just give you an idea what Digilog is all about. Please.
Globally, fraud costs the industry billions of pounds, and the issue is that somebody has to do something about it.
Fraud's a massive problem.
It's not going to get any better.
There's many different technologies out on the market at the moment, and many of them are analysing data from various sources to match together potential risk in a customer. We want something a bit more real time.
There is a place for those organizations to find better solution, better technology.
And that's where Diva comes in.
Diva is digital intelligence voice analysis, so we specialise in analysing the verbal account and the algorithms within people's voice for potential deception and truthful statements.
It's all about the ability to validate the information of genuine customers. The vast majority of people will be genuine. And what we can do with this system is being able to fast track those genuine people as quickly as possible by being able in real time to say, this conversation seems to be okay. Therefore, there is no need to invest any more time in investigating that and actually fast track it for payment.
But the idea here is that it's simply a risk analysis tool to work with your handlers.
It is bringing those two together, technology and human element. When you're bringing those two together, will allow us to be able to do those things quickly, efficiently, and at the same time, protect the business for any potential risk.
We will spend time with our customers to really ensure we understand their process. The objective of that is to design and tailor our solution to ensure that there is return on investment with over a 3 to 6 month period.
In a nutshell, it's all about really make that process very efficient, very quick. Customers don't like to be on the phone for long.
Our clients recognise that by using Diva, they do see a decrease in the number of complaints, and that's probably down to the improved customer journey that their customers are receiving.
Fraud is not going to go away, but at the same time, we're going to stay here to fight that fraud by using the latest technologies that are available and introduce it into those organizations.
what we see in here is a piece of technology that can sit at an ethanol sort of environment and be able to analyze the conversation with that customer and give you those results in real time. And I know the area or the sexy bit is the ability to detect that and give you that indication. But at the same time, it's important to remember, customer journey, customer experience have to be in the forefront. Fraud should come with it, of course. But if you are able to combine those two together, you really, really hit your jackpot there. Now, it's not just about technology. It's a nice thing to talk about. But we provide also all those complementary techniques like conversation management, questioning techniques, all sorts of skills that the operator, claims handler, being able to apply in real time and complement the technology. And the important bit is to have a dual approach for validation. Have technology, but also don't forget, there is still a place for the human being to make a decision. Put aside all the legal aspects that they have to do, just relying on technology in isolation. Now, what you're going to see in the next video in a few seconds, is actually what we've done in the last 3 years. You heard about Digilog, you heard about voice risk analysis, but now, and you know for sure, technology moves as quickly as you can imagine. Nothing stays still. So forget about what you thought about, what voice risk analysis or you saw or heard. We are bringing to you the next generation. It's going to be launched next month. Some of our current users are already experiencing how beneficial it is for them to use it. But the idea was to bring that capability, but add it artificial intelligence and machine learning. So just imagine, you are able to have a conversation and not only the system analyzing your voice and detects risk, it learns. And it knows the more conversation you put through, the better it becomes. And we develop all sorts of platforms that will help it and will complement that ability to do that fast tracking process right at the end. You can deal with the fraud later down the line. There will be no better, more happier customer than the one that you told them within minutes you're going to pay his claim. Let's have a look at the second one. As much as it's important to listen to what I have to say, and whether you like it or not, that's a different story. But I think listening to what our existing customers have to say about using it and what benefit it brought to them is also important. We having more than 25 different insurance companies in the UK that are utilizing this technology in the various areas of the business and working very extensively in South America and now expanding into Europe and the US. And I think the idea is, again, let's have a piece of technology, don't be afraid of it, and I want to remind you in a second about other technologies that came to the market and what was the reaction to begin with. And we are, in the UK, a conservative country. Our approach to technology, especially if it's something that can be a big brother. But just think about one thing. 20, 30 years ago, CCTV. Everybody said, what? cameras on the street watching us. We are one of the most covered country in the world today with cameras all around us. And we accept it. You walk into a shop, there's a camera. I'm telling you, this is the next one. It will be acceptable with time. As long as you see the result, as long as you see the benefit, and as long as you use it for the right reason. This is not about catching somebody. It's about, first and foremost, fast-track genuine customers, submitting the claim, give them good customer journey and experience. On the flip side, refer the one that came up as high risk for further investigation and validation. And lastly, I promised 10 minutes and I'm there. I'm going to leave you with three sort of statistical information that might interest you about the whole subject of flying, which is very interesting to me. And there's no way I can give really good justice to this technology in 10 minutes. So, one reason I didn't give you any figures, any numbers, successes, etc. is you're not going to remember it. And the other thing, you can come to us and we'll make sure you get any information you want. But those three statistical information are: one, fact. We are being lied to anything between 10 to 200 times on every given day. Yes, these include those white lies and jokes lies and all the rest of it. Fact. Second, married people. You're gonna lie to your spouse in one of every 10 interactions you're gonna have with them. You think this is bad? If you are married, this number drops to 3. 1 every 3 times. Lastly, I'm going to leave you with that really like one of the information that also one researcher published just a couple of years ago. People that meet for the people will lie to each other, to strangers, first time they meet each other, about 3 to 4 times in the first 10 minutes of the conversation. So just bear that in mind when you're having this networking around the bar and all the rest of it, or not. Thank you very much for listening to me, guys.